Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Greg Tibok. I'm the team leader of Keller Williams Jersey City, the KPG group, and I'm thrilled to introduce our newest team member, Yolanda Deane, who also goes by Yoli. So thank you so much for joining us, Yolanda. You know, you're remarkable in so many ways, and you bring so much positivity into the market center. You're always willing to get engaged and help out. And I just want to talk a little bit about your background. So can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yes, my background is I've been on Wall Street for 25 plus years as a disaster recovery, emergency preparedness. I've done that with the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And then I transitioned in 2011 and started my early childhood program. So I went from big people to little people. So all in all, I like working with people.
Okay. Yeah, so if you were on Wall Street for 25 years, I'm sure that you're used to high-pressure situations, and then you go from working with the little children, so you know how to navigate yourself through the real estate business, right?
Absolutely, because both of them require preparedness.
Yeah, and what kind of pushed you to get into the real estate industry?
Very interesting. So, as you know, your broker of record, Karen Sims, is my BFF.
Okay.
We've been friends for over 25 plus years as well. And one day I went to her and I said, Karen, I'm looking for an investment property.
Okay.
I knew she was a good realtor and everything. And so we started looking, and as we chit-chatting and talking and engaging each other, and she said, you need to go to real estate school. I was like, Karen, I don't have time for this. But then I felt knowledge is power, being a homeowner. Yes. So I went to the real estate school, and I enjoyed what I was learning. And then I was like, Karen, I didn't realize there was a test at the end. And then I went through the whole process, and I took the state exam.
Okay.
And, of course, she recruited me at the time we were with another broker.
Okay.
So she was my mentor, and she guided me, and she gave me all the ins and outs of real estate from the grounds up.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up in real estate.
Very nice.
No intention, but
it just happened.
It just happened.
That's kind of what happens in the real estate industry. And what do you think is the core of your success?
Well, one thing is, I try to be all things to all people.
Okay.
Okay, and I try to mean what I say and say what I mean. So that is who Yoli is. You get what you see, and who I am. I'm real, and I just being in the corporate world and working with senior management, it helped me a lot to be the best in class.
Okay, and I know right now there's a lot of people out there that are watching and tuning into this, and they may be in your same exact shoes, where they're looking to transition into a new career. What kind of advice would you give for somebody that's looking for that transition?
Well, I tell you this, being an entrepreneur before I came into real estate, I realized that you have to be dedicated, motivated, and determined. And with real estate, it's more of doing your research.
Yes.
Because it is a glamorous job and it's fun, but it's also a grinding job. And so if you don't do your research and perhaps, come up with a business plan, because I think that's key for anyone who's self-employed.
Agreed, 100%.
And also have a vision.
Yes.
So I know now everyone's talking about vision boards, and so having that vision in front of you, you can have all these ideas in your head, but if you're not constantly looking at that vision and knowing what you want. And for me, when I did start real estate, having a good mentor, having someone by your side, let the crumbs fall where they are.
Yeah.
Because you may not get that $6 million listing. You may only get that $1,600 rental. Yes. And so that's what happened with me. I became the rental expert, as I call it.
Okay.
Rental specialist. So, the renters taught me a lot about real estate. And, the transactions and the paperwork and dealing with people, because everyone's situation is different.
Absolutely.
So that would be my advice. Don't have realistic goals, but do your research and know what you want.
Yeah, and I really believe that, especially at our company, we believe that the $1,600 rental deserves the same level of attention that the $6 million sale does. Right. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so for those that aren't familiar with our culture and our company, what attracted you really to Keller Williams? And just talk to us about your vibe now and how you feel in the company.
Well, of course, my BFF.
Yes, Karen. We love Karen.
Yes, and Karen came to KW, and we are both red girls.
Okay.
Red is our favorite color.
Okay.
And in the beginning, I was like, why did it start over with KW? I'm following you, Karen, with the yellow. But anyway, so when Karen came on, of course, she just knew automatically I was going to follow her. And my intentions were to follow her and continue that relationship that we had. But at that time, I had a lot of changes in my life. I got a 9-year-old, and, you know, I had a lot going on. And so I wasn't ready for the change.
Okay.
But, you know, talking with Karen every day and, you know, still turning to her for guidance, you know, it wasn't until the pandemic.
Okay.
When the pandemic hit, I felt all alone, and I was starting to pick up my real estate business because, you know, it was a pause for a minute.
Yes.
And I started picking up my real estate business, and I was about to go on vacation, and I was like, oh, I have no one to turn to, like, to support or back me up. And so I called Karen. I said, sign me up. It's either now or never.
Love it.
And that's how I came to, but I had met with the team.
Okay.
So I had all the information that I needed.
Okay.
I like Keller Williams because coming from a corporate background, and anyone that knows Yoli, I'm very organized in, you know, business. Like
business the structure,
Right, the structure and the business excellency. That's my thing. And so I felt Keller Williams had that all the way.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. And it's a pleasure being in business with you, and we greatly appreciate it. And we're looking forward to see what you're going to do in the years to come.
Oh, no pressure, no pressure. But thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.